Hey, check this out. Australia's Apollo laser, the drone killer that runs on its own power. Imagine a weapon so powerful it can destroy 200 enemy drones without being plugged in. No ammo, no smoke, no pew-pew sounds. Pew-pew. Just a silent beam of light, vaporizing targets faster than a Russian general can say, "Mój doziem sytuację pod kontrolem?" Man, my Russian has gotten worse. Meet Apollo, Australia's new 150 kilowatt high-energy laser weapon. Crikey! It's compact, it's mobile, and built by a company called Electro Optical Systems, or EOS. And we've talked about them before on this channel with the Slinger. And unlike most defense tech that takes 20 years and 3 congressional hearings to develop, this one's already sold to a NATO country. This is the story of Apollo, the unplugged death ray that's about to make drone warfare very uncomfortable for anyone on the receiving end. Hey everyone, Wes O'Donnell here, military veteran, defense wonk, and the only person who's ever filed for VA benefits due to prolonged exposure to Brisbane. On this channel, we cover military innovation and the Ukraine war through the eyes of someone who's seen a few classified PowerPoints and lived to tell the tale. Now today we're talking about lasers, real ones. Not sci-fi pew-pew blasters, but actual battlefield systems that can fry a drone mid-air in a fraction of a second. And leave it to Australia, the country that gave us the world's most venomous wildlife, to casually invent a laser cannon called Apollo, the god of light. Let's start with the problem. Modern warfare has a drone infestation. Everywhere you look, Ukraine, Gaza, the Red Sea, small, cheap drones are making maneuver warfare extremely hard. A $400 FPV drone can destroy a $4 million tank. They're fast, they're nimble, and they don't need lunch breaks or morale officers. But here's the kicker. Traditional air defense systems were never designed for this, so militaries worldwide are racing to find something that can handle massed drone attacks cheaply and quickly. Cue the rise of directed energy weapons, lasers that travel at the speed of light. Well, I mean, obviously. Cost about $1 a shot and never run out of ammo, assuming you've got power. And that's where Apollo comes in. Apollo is a 100 kilowatt class high-energy laser weapon scalable up to 150 kilowatts. For reference, that's roughly the power output of 150 microwave ovens focused into one invisible, incredibly angry beam. It's designed to take down what NATO calls Group 1 to 3 drones. That's everything from hobby-sized quadcopters to tactical UAVs the size of a small car. And it does it with style. Apollo fits neatly into a standard 20-foot shipping container. 2 laser emitters stick out of the roof like the world's angriest periscopes, ready to track and burn incoming targets up to 3 kilometers away. That's about carry the 1.86 miles for my fellow Americans. But here's where it gets wild. It can also blind drones' optical sensors from 15 kilometers away. In other words, even if you can't burn it, you can make it effectively useless, like taking the eyes out of a swarm. So let's talk speed. Apollo can rotate 60 degrees in just 700 milliseconds, less time than it takes to blink. It can engage 20 small drones per minute, and unlike kinetic systems, it doesn't need to reload. If connected to an external power grid, it can fire indefinitely. But if it's cut off, say deployed in the middle of nowhere, it has enough internal power to take out 200 drones before it needs to recharge. That's right, 200 confirmed kills while running on battery. Somewhere a Russian logistics officer just said, "Oh my stars," and fainted. Now, the mobility factor is another big win. Apollo can be mounted on a truck, integrated into a base defense system, or parked on a hill in a shipping container ready to ruin someone's day. It provides full 360-degree coverage and can engage vertically, meaning it can hit targets from above, which is important if you don't want drones dropping grenades on your roof. It can also plug into NATO's existing command and control networks, like Link 16, making it a perfect addition to layered air defense systems alongside missiles, autocannons, and Gepards. In short, it plays nice with others, a rarity in the defense world. Electro Optical Systems isn't new to this game. I've talked about them before on this channel. The company's been working on laser and optical tech for decades. They're heritage includes remote weapon systems like the Slinger and high-precision space tracking systems. Apollo is the culmination of all that optical engineering experience weaponized into a counter-drone system that works in real-world conditions. And that's the hard part. It's easy to build a laser that can burn a hole through steel in a lab. It's a lot harder when that lab is 115 degrees in the desert. Dust is blowing through every vent, and your target is a drone the size of a pizza box moving at 90 miles per hour. Now, Apollo was built to survive that chaos. And here's where it gets strategically interesting. Apollo has already been exported to a European NATO country. EOS won't say which one, but let's just say that if you're bordering Russia and you like kangaroos, congratulations. That sale marks the first time a 100 kilowatt class laser has been exported anywhere. One of the smartest things EOS did was make Apollo ITAR free. That means it's not subject to US export restrictions. Any country can buy it, integrate it, and even localize production without having to beg Washington for permission. For allies tired of navigating the bureaucratic labyrinth of US arms export rules, that's huge. It gives them autonomy and control. And in the 21st century defense market, control is the new gold. Australia's defense industry is quietly becoming one of the most innovative in the world. I would say along with Sweden, Denmark, and Germany. They've been producing cutting-edge tech from autonomous systems to missile partnerships and now lasers. With Apollo, Australia isn't just keeping pace with American or Israeli laser programs, it's arguably ahead in terms of practical deployment. When most countries are still testing prototypes, Australia is shipping operational units overseas. Now, that's a production reality. So what does this mean for the future battlefield? Well, it means the skies are getting deadlier, for drones at least. The combination of swarm tactics and directed energy defenses is leading to a strange new arms race. AI-driven drones that learn to evade versus laser systems that use AI to track and neutralize them faster than in human reaction time. In Ukraine, we've already seen both sides experimenting with homemade jammers, radar spoofers, and electronic warfare units. Lasers like Apollo could be the next phase. Clean, quiet, and incredibly precise. Imagine a front line where anti-drone lasers form an invisible dome, silently burning incoming drones before they can even release their payloads. No shrapnel, no smoke, just sudden disappearance. It's both terrifying and fascinating. And of course, every leap in military technology brings its own moral baggage. Higher energy lasers could make warfare more automated, less human, and even harder to detect. If you can destroy hundreds of targets without firing a single visible shot, what does deterrence look like? And how will militaries respond when both sides deploy lasers? Are we heading toward mutually assured blindness? It's one thing to vaporize drones, it's another to start cooking satellites or aircraft optics in low orbit. My point is, lasers scale easily, and the temptation to push that boundary will always be there. Still, that's a debate for future videos. For now, Apollo's purpose is simple: keep the sky clear of enemy drones. At the end of the day, Apollo is fast, it's clean, and it's economical. Oh, and it's portable, and it's Australian. And most importantly, it works. If you're a drone operator in a war zone and you see a 20-foot container labeled Team Defense Australia, maybe call in sick that day. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy sharp, informed takes on modern warfare with a side of sarcasm and caffeine, hit subscribe, because whether it's drones, lasers, or the next weird invention the defense world cooks up, I'll be here to break it down. Stay safe, stay informed, and remember, subscribing is the best free way to support human creators and push back against the AI slop flooding your favorite platforms. And as always, glory to Ukraine, glory to the heroes. Crimea is Ukraine.